Just putting the finishing touches on the reaction video here. Give me a second. And then we'll dive right into that. Let me just go through some stuff. All right. Yeah, let me just finish putting some finishing touches on the reaction video. I'm exhausted. My goodness. All right. Mayo. You're funny, Mayo. You're funny. What the heck was I doing? I wasn't gonna go live because I have not eaten anything since like 1 o'clock, so I was gonna eat, but I'll just eat after. I took a fat nap when I got home from work. So, yeah, what a freaking game. It just stinks, dude. It really does. It's unfortunate. We're gonna get into it in a few seconds here. Let me just get some stuff done. For the reaction video. Hey, while I'm doing this, how about you go check out the reaction video? Even though they lost, it is kind of a good one. Some good reactions, unfortunately. Some bad reactions if you think about it. And don't forget to leave a like. I really would appreciate that. Likes help the channel out, and your support helps me out. So thank you so much. All right. Sure. Oh, this is way too high. I'm sorry if that gain was if I sounded weird there. That's my bad. Let me just finish some again, let me just finish this. Okay. Put it in here. All right. The Rangers lose 5-2 at Madison Square Garden. The reveal of the reverse retro jerseys once again. The Boston Bruins beat them 5-2, and I don't know. You know what's annoying, man? Cause like where did your? All right, I'm gonna get right into it, I guess. All right, we're good. Let me make sure. Let me tweet out the stream. Actually, I didn't even tweet out the reaction video yet. Let me tweet out the stream. Make sure everyone gets in here. Like I said, leave a like. Leave a like. I really would love that. Dominic, what's going on? Steven, Harry, yes. Steven, this is why we have you, man. This is why we got you. I can never get it right. The post game and the pre game, I always make a typo. It's been happening since the playoffs. All right, there we go. Post game is set. All right, give me a second. All right, let me just tweet it out. I wish I could spell. I really wish I could spell. I really do. All right. Okay. I'm sorry. All right, let's do this. Dominic, what's going on? Steven, Mayo Coop, Michael, what's up? Don't forget to leave a like on the stream. I would appreciate that. Damn, what a crap game. You played a crap first period. You did. You had a really bad first period. Terrible offensively, man. You didn't shoot the puck at all. It was awful. But the second period, after they killed the penalty early in the second period, they found their game. I know it's early. It's November. We're only 11 games in. However, I still think there needs to be some consistency in how you play in 60-minute game. 60 minutes, it's a lot of minutes. There's definitely ebbs and flows of a game. There's ebbs and flows of a period. But what doesn't make sense to me is how you go from a very, very bad first, only 4 shots on goal. Honestly, the defense wasn't even that bad in the first. It was a weak goal by Shesterkin given up to the Pastrnak shot. Is what it is. I'm not bashing him at all there. You go from that kind of a first period where you had no offense, you were okay on defense, to an incredible offensive second period. You had a lot of chances. That was the best period where you had the most shots. It doesn't make sense to me how you go from that bad of a first to a really good second period. But then in the third, you only had 2 shifts, and it was the first 2 shifts of the third period where you had sustained offensive zone pressure, man. You can't have that. I give all the credit to the Bruins. I really do. The Bruins play great. They deserve to win this game 100%. I just don't understand how you go from 4 shots in the first, 5, they changed it to 5, to 11 in the second, and then 4 again in the third. We've seen the Rangers have 35 plus shots in like 8 games this season already. That's fantastic. But this is a game against the Boston Bruins, a team you could see in the playoffs. Again, it's early. I'm not going to freak out too much. It's just a consistency. Where was that? Because, like I said, the 5 shots in the first, 11 in the second. They had a really good kill in the second period, and it turned the game around. It turned the game around in your favor. When the Rangers were buzzing in that second period, they got the goal by Jimmy Vesey. They had a really good shift after that as well. I thought the Rangers had it, man. I thought the Rangers had the Bruins on the ropes. They're going to get another one here, and they're going to enter the third, or even get in the third period. Real quick. All right, we're good. Get in the third period, tied at 1 with momentum on your side. They had 2 good shifts in the third. How in the world do you just throw it away and play that bit of a third period? It doesn't make any sense. And now we're going to get to the freaking thing I just don't want to talk about. I know plus minus doesn't mean a lot, but Trouba was out there for 3 goals tonight. And the first one, what is what it is. Second one, oh my goodness gracious, man. It confuses me too because Trouba's a huge guy. He's like 6-something, 200 and something pounds. He's a big guy. He knows how to hit, whatever. He plays like a bull. But you know what he does that really pisses me off? And I wish I had my hockey stick up here, but I don't. You know what really pisses me off about Jacob Trouba, man? Is the way he plays. So, he plays a heavy game, like I said. Real heavy. I'm going to actually bring this. I know I'm going to leave it here. He plays a heavy game. Really heavy. Strong. He's a very heavy guy. He'll lean into you. But what he doesn't do at all, and I've noticed it since he became a New York Ranger, was lift a guy's stick. I feel like, especially in front of the net, he doesn't lift a guy's stick. All he does is try to go on top of a guy and just put a lot of pressure on it. Just put as much pressure as he can on top of another guy's stick. I don't know why. That doesn't do anything. Charlie Coyle is a good enough hockey player to be able to move his stick around Trouba's on top while he's on top of him, and he was able to get his stick free and it ended in the back of the net. It didn't make any sense to me. I can't sit like this. What are you, crazy? I can't do that. It doesn't make any sense to me how that happens. It doesn't make any sense to me. He needs to play a better defensive game, especially in front of the net. You know Hampus Lindholm was going around the net. That puck is either going into Shesterkin, or the rebound's popping out to the slot, or it's coming to you. Why aren't you prepared for that? Why isn't your blade at least in front of Coyle's stick? It doesn't make any sense. It was such a bad play. It's such a bonehead play. It's such an easy play, man. It's such an easy play for him to do that. It's such an easy play for him to just take his stick away, and that opportunity is dissolved. It's dissolved. The third goal, the second goal in the period for Boston, Trouba was out there again. He was a -3. He was out there for the first one. Second one was on him, man. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat that. But the third one, it's just a broken play in your own end that you gotta move, man. You gotta move the puck. Gaudreau was out there too for that. I don't get it, man. Man, it's terrible. Because, like I said, it's a consistency. You weren't even that bad defensively in the first period at all. And then Lindgren went down. You all had to play more minutes. You all were engaged. You all had to play more minutes. And then when Schneider, let me tell you, Braden Schneider, best defenseman tonight, Braden Schneider. What was he? I don't even know if he was on ice for a goal. What was his? He's a +1. He was the only plus on the ice defenseman. And he had a huge hit that sparked the team, a fight that he should have never had to fight. I think he held his own pretty well against Trent Frederic. Who did he fight? Was it Greer? He fought Greer and Frederic fought Gaudreau. Listen, man, listen. I know it's early. It's November 3rd. Game 11. I hope they're going to be fine. It's the consistency, man. You got to be consistent. It's 60 minutes. A game is 60 minutes. Like I said, it's all ebbs and flows. And it's concerning me also from like a long-term standpoint. They got to move Trouba. I know we're 11 games to the season. I don't think he's worth $8 million. I don't think he's been worth $8 million since they got him, since they traded and extended him. I don't like what I'm seeing from Jacob Trouba this so far in this season. I think the Rangers overall has been okay defensively. I just don't. Honestly, the only good part of Trouba's game right now, in my opinion, is his shorthanded time, the shorthanded game. I think it's been fine. The kill has been okay as well. So that's the only bright spot from Trouba, in my opinion. I get scared when he's out there. I do. It's to the point where I get nervous where he's out there touching the puck in his own end. And it concerns me also because I feel like I've said this so many times. It's bringing Keandre Miller's game down a little bit. I feel like Trouba's weighing Keandre Miller down a bit. It's to the point where Keandre is afraid to go join the rush because we all know how good of a skater he is, but he's got to stay in his own end a little more and, protect the house because Trouba's not doing well enough. And I don't know what goes on in the locker room. I don't. How is he the captain of this team? How is he the captain of this team when I feel like most nights he's not leading on the ice? He's not leading on the ice. He's not doing what Braden Schneider did tonight. Lay out a big hit, stand up for himself. Instead, he's making lackadaisical plays in his own end. He's being careless with the puck. He's not doing what he needs to do. Sure, he can throw the big hit once in a while. That's great. That's fantastic. Ryan Reeves could do that. Well, you need to be a better player than you are, man. You have to be a better player. You gotta be. You gotta be, man. Good for the Bruins, though. They deserve to win tonight. I'm going to move in over here. All right, let's get to the chat. I apologize. Like I said, leave a like if you are enjoying the stream. Would really appreciate that. The reaction video is up. Yeah, that was this is my I didn't watch too much of the Sharks Rangers game when they lost in overtime. And I watched the whole Columbus Ranger game when they lost 5-1 with Halak and net. I do think a lot of that was on him. This so far was the worst loss of the season because you had it. You had it. You didn't have it at all against Columbus. That game was terrible. You didn't have that at all. The San Jose game, it is what it is. You got a point. That's the only reason why I'm happy about that. Or that's not the worst loss of the season because you can't lose to a team that's going to end up having 17 points in the standings in San Jose. You lost to the Boston Bruins tonight, a team that you could see in the playoffs, a team that is probably at your level, definitely above your level tonight. You got to be able to play with them. I don't care what game of the season it is at that standpoint. Whatever. All right, I'm good. I got off my chest. Let's go to the chat. How are you guys doing? Like I said, leave a like. I know I'm pushing the likes tonight, but I love you guys, so thank you. All right, let's go Deadpool. Yo, guy has led to 5 goals in the past 2 games. If you're talking the guy's horrible, Trouba, yeah, listen, Trouba, it really, I mean, it's been bad. It's been bad, and I try to just be as like very, I don't know how to explain it. I try to be very, not even like fair, but I try not to bash everybody. I try not to bash guys. I try not to bash like, the players on the Rangers. I love them. I'm not gonna try to bash them, but when a player is playing this bad, I gotta bash them, man. It's from an eye test. An eye test. I can see you. You're not playing well. Terrible. And here's where we go back to what I said. If Trouba's captain, he can't make lousy plays. Listen, it is what it is, but, like, it is what it is that he's captain. But, like, you can't be making crap plays, man. First time seeing Saps ran. Yeah, I haven't been like that in a while, Jacob. It's probably since last season at some point. Haven't been like that in a bit. Trouba trash talk is so on point. The guy's I'm not saying exactly, Tommy. It's on point, but like I'm not trying to say it to bash the guy. I'm not trying to bash him like I just said. I'm not trying to throw this guy under the bus. He was the worst player out there tonight. He sucks. He should go. No, I'm saying it because we can all see it, man, and it needs to be said. It needs to be said. Tough loss for the Rangers, absolutely, John. They can't trade him now. You're stuck with him, but you're right. He needs to be played better. I know, Steven. I know. Jacob, what's going on? Can't believe I defended this guy in the playoffs. His playoffs last year was very similar to what he's doing now. It's funny. He's turning the puck over, and some goals cost them. I remember the Pittsburgh series especially. He had one game where he costed them like 2 or 3 goals in the same game, and that's exactly what happened tonight. That can't happen again in the playoffs. That cannot happen again in the playoffs. There is no way that can happen again in the playoffs. You got to be better. And this is a Rangers team. This is a Gerard Gallant team that plays a very hard north-south game. That's a very good team who plays a north-south game. In order for you to succeed at a north-south game in Gerard Gallant's system, you got to be good on your own end. Because you're not going to get too many chances off the rush. You're going to play in the other opposing team's end, and you're going to work the boards. You're going to work the players. You're going to work the defense, and that's where the forecheck comes in. If you're a guy like Jacob Trouba, who sits in your own end and defends, you've got to be able to do the same consistently. You got to be able to do that consistently. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. The offense is not going to come if you're not doing that well in your own end. And in the first period, we saw that. Even though they were able to withstand the push by Boston in the first period, they didn't have offense. And that's what happens. That's what happens. Chrissy, what's going on? Frustrated? Absolutely. No, Mike, I'm not bashing Gallant or Drury yet. Come on, man. Not yet. Come on. We all know how good of a coach Gallant is. We all know how good of a coach he is, man. You can be mad at his micro stuff, but I'm not gonna freaking call for his head yet. He's the only guy I actively dislike. Why is the guy captain? Yeah, I don't get it. Jared, how you doing? Yeah, Rangers lose 5-2 against the Boston Bruins at the Garden. Michael, how you doing? Am I doing a show on Sunday, Michael? Sunday's the 6th? Yeah, I think so. You're right, they had this game, but stopped skating in the third, and it costed them. Honestly, they could have taken this game in the first period. And this is a common thing said. I don't think I'm the only one who says it. I doubt I'm the only one who says it. I've definitely heard it before. But you can't win a game in the first period, but you could definitely lose a game in the first period. I don't think the Rangers lost the game. I think they could have had a great advantage if they were able to get out of that up one. They were able to get out of it at zeros. Down one. It is what it is. That was a weak goal by Igor. I'm not going to blame him at all. But it's tough. It's tough, man. It's tough because you could have definitely had a point this game, at least a win. And points are crucial. Last season, there was only one team that made the playoffs that wasn't in the playoff picture by Thanksgiving. So every team that was in the playoff picture by Thanksgiving made the playoffs except for one. It was the Columbus Blue Jackets, and the Boston Bruins slid in. You gotta be in the playoffs by November. And it's November, by the end of November, which is Thanksgiving. It's November 3rd. They have, what is Thanksgiving this year? This is the first Thursday, so the 24th, I guess. The 24th. You have until the 24th to really get your game together because it's very hard to make the playoffs when you're not in it by Thanksgiving. That Christmas break goes by, that All-Star break in January, early February goes by, and all of a sudden it's a trade deadline. It's a quick season. I know it's an 82-game season and it's long, but let me tell you, man, it's a short season when you gotta be in the playoffs by November, man. I haven't played like a team since the third game. Even our wins were lucky. You can see that, Mike. If Kreider and Trouba keep this up, at what point do we discuss a slight shakeup to the core? I don't think mid-season. I don't think that's gonna happen mid-season. I think, you know what stinks, man? Too many freaking no trade clauses. There's way too many of them. Listen, I love Kreider. I love him to death. I don't think he deserves the full no trade, man. No move. There's too many of those given around in the NHL. Way too many given those around. Kreider's no move clause until starts 2024. Starts 2020. He's got a no move then. And Trouba's no move clause. It's a shake up to the core. I don't think is needed right now. It's not. I think we're all just very emotional after a loss, but I don't think it's out of the question if this ends up becoming a long-term thing. 100% right, Python. What complicates things is that they decided to make Trouba the captain. Absolutely agree with you. He needs to be benched for a game to reboot his game. They'll never bench him. They'll never scratch him. They're never going to put him in the press box. They're not. There's no shot. If they do, that's a huge statement by the team. I don't think they need a big shakeup at all. I don't think they need that yet. Maybe some shakeup in lines. I think you end up seeing Kreider drop down a line, or two, because I don't think you're gonna move Panarin. I think you see Chris Kreider end up playing like third line left wing, and I don't know if you guys realize this, but Jimmy Vesey's goal, that was his second shift with Zibanejad in the second period. I don't know why they didn't keep them together. I understand you want to Kreider on the first line, but that was a purpose shift for Vesey and Zibanejad and Kakko. Kreider was on the third line. He took a shift with Gaudreau and Gauthier that period, and it ended up in the back of the net for Vesey. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens in practice tomorrow. They don't play again until Sunday. They'll have a couple days. They probably have off tomorrow, honestly, then practice Saturday. So we'll see. -3 with more giveaways than Sammy Blais. Sammy Blais gave the puck up to the other team like it's his job. Yeah, the fourth line was not good tonight at all. You know what scares me, too? The fourth line hasn't been playing in the offensive zone, and that's the only time I think they're effective is when they're playing in the offensive zone, and they just have not done that too much. So that's the only thing that really concerns me about the fourth line. Strome was the glue keeping this team together. Facts, you can always lose a game in a specific inning, quarter period, no matter what. 100%. Mike, I like your show. Thank you, Steven. Oh, Michael, I appreciate that. Thank you. That's why they're playing Igor, not Halak. Yeah. I'm just like, I don't know, bro. Yeah, it's 11 games into the season. Everyone's like, they played against the top team, at least until the third. But I'm like, it's the Rangers. But I'm just like, the Rangers should be better. I'm going to say something real quick, Deadpoolio. Great point. And you're 100% right. I like to call this the Toronto Maple Leaf effect. They every season, every time they lose in the first round, the other team is better. We lost against the Tampa Bay Lightning, the two-time defending champions, in 7 games. No, what you're saying basically is that we can't compete to that team. Why? You keep using the Maple Leafs. You're the Toronto Maple Leafs. You got Austin Matthews on your team, the best goal scorer in the NHL right now. That team should be able to go up against the top teams, and the same goes for the Rangers here. Sure, the Boston Bruins might have a core that's a little more experienced. Sure, you got Bergeron, the best two-way player of all time. David Pastrnak, man, that guy just puts up numbers every night. I understand they're a good hockey team, but you don't pride yourself on being a good team. You don't pride yourself on trying to match them and be a good team with them. That's the Maple Leaf effect, man. You can't just throw an excuse out the window and be like, you know what, sometimes you got to tip your cap, sure. They're a better team than you, sure. But to make an excuse and be like, you know what, we went up against the team tonight and we laid an egg. They didn't lay an egg, thank God. They weren't that bad, but their first and third period were terrible. Their second period, man, I don't know how that doesn't get translated into the third. It's very unfortunate. But it's the Toronto Maple Leaf effect where you got to be at the same level of these teams, and you got to say to yourself, why can't we play like that? Or why can't we play up against these top teams? You got to be able to play against these top teams. I know it's November. I know it's early. But like you said, Polio, they got to get that together, man. Played Vesey for him and got a goal. Yes, he did. Maybe it's because they were due for some bad games. Again, Jared, yeah, like, it's going to happen in the season. Ebbs and flows happen in the season. It's just that we haven't really seen the consistent 60-minute game yet. We haven't. Where they play 2 or 3 games in a row like that. We haven't. Igor goes for both Wings and Islanders. Why not? Let it fly. Blade played better, but still not fully back. Yeah, he's not fully back. You can tell. Luca, what's going on? Rangers lost, of course, honestly. Yeah. Back at Sunday at 5. The Bruins are 10-1. Let's not take it away from them, man. Lindholm makes Bruins better. Yeah, they're good, man. They're good. Yeah, no, the Bruins are a good team. The Bruins are a great team right now. Montgomery's got them rolling. And they play an aggressive forechecking game, too. So, listen, it's going to help them. I think everyone is overreacting. The Avs are not good right now. 4-1. Tampa. No. I'm not gonna compare. Mayo Culpa. I'm sure you're right, but like, it's just the way that the Rangers are playing hockey right now is, the results don't really matter to me. They could have won this game by a lucky goal in the third period, and I would not have been happy with the first, and how they played the third, I would not be happy about that either. It's just, sure, getting wins right now is crucial. Getting points is crucial. It's the way that they're playing for me is just not good. It's not good. The way that they're playing for me is not good. The Lightning lost in a shootout, I believe. Yeah, Jared. Rangers and Leafs are pretty similar, except for the fact the Rangers can actually pass the first round. Trouba was worth maybe $2 million tonight, and that's a reach. He never plays to his $8 million contract. Clip it right now. Jacob Trouba has yet to play to his $8 million a season contract. Clip it. I don't even care. The Rangers have to turn it around. They can't be fooling around. The team needs a cup, but playing like tonight won't get us anything. You got that right, Dominic. Rawls, what's going on? Yeah, Rangers lose 5-2. Really bad first and third period. Their second was okay. Gotta hope Linger not out too long. Yes, even 100% agree with you there. I hope Linger's not out too long either. All right, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, please remember to leave a like. The reaction video is also up if you want to go check that out. I would appreciate that. Scores around the league we'll do in a second. No need to panic now. I'm not panicking. It's just unfortunate, man, because you got to start playing consistent hockey. Lingard is a warrior, rolls 100%. Spirit 100% can't win every game. 100%. All right, so scores around the league. Let's do it. So the Kraken beat the Wild 4-0. The Islanders beat the Blues 5-2. The Jets beat the Montreal Canadiens in overtime. Kyle Connor, second goal of the season. He's starting slow this year. I'm sure that'll get picked up. Bruins beat the Rangers 5-2 at the Garden, at Madison Square Garden. The Red Wings beat the Capitals 3-1. The Golden Knights beat the Ottawa Senators 5-4. Hurricanes win in a shootout 4-3. Panthers beat the Sharks the Panthers are playing the Sharks right now in San Jose. Mayo Coop, thank you for the $4.99. I appreciate that. All right. So those are the finals. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Those are the finals. 1-0 Panthers over San Jose in San Jose in the first period. The end of one. Wow. Dallas scored 4 goals in the first period. It's 4-0 Dallas. Super chat. Yeah. Appreciate that. Thank you. 4-0 Dallas at the end of the first period. It's 1-1 Anaheim and Vancouver. 3-1 Edmonton over the Devils right now. 3-1 Nashville over Calgary, and 1-1 Kings Blackhawks nearing the end of the third period. All right. Thank you so much, Mail Coop. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. I'll see you, Deadpoolio. Thanks for coming out, man. I appreciate it, Deadpoolio. Thank you. Tough, man. Tough loss. Has anyone noticed how much they bunch up on the puck? They need to give each other more space. They're getting collapsed on by every team. They're figured out and make 0 adjustments. I think in the offensive zone, if you're referring to Tommy, they really rely on that heavy forecheck and support game where another guy comes in and helps, and that's why they're so bunched up. And then when the puck doesn't move, that's what it looks like. They're just bunched up. Carpenter's function, what's your take? What is Carpenter's function? What's your take? He is invisible. They really got him to be a penalty killing guy and a face-off guy. What was his face-offs tonight? I don't know. He wasn't even noticed. That fourth line to me tonight was not like great. I'm not expecting, like I said, I'm not expecting the fourth line to put up a goal game. I'm not like, if none of them scored a goal this year, I wouldn't be upset. Like, they need to just play a fourth line game where they're in the offensive zone, wearing teams out. That's what they need to do. That he has not done that so far. Carpenter, his face-off was 50. He played a minute 16 shorthanded time, and they didn't give up a power play goal. I don't know. Even strength, that whole line needs to be better at even strength. So that's my opinion on that. Mayo Coop, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Thanks for supporting for so long. Thank you. I try to get in the hockey, but it's hard to see the puck on the screen. Yeah, it is a small puck. I feel that when the Rangers were shooting in the beginning of the season, it was key. I think 35-40 on net. It's funny because the more shots they took, I mean, it's kind of like it makes sense. Like, more shots you take, the better chances you're going to get, and the more goals you score. Goals haven't come yet on 5-on-5 frequently, but they're definitely getting chances in the offensive zone. They've definitely gone up against good goalies this year too. So listen, it is what it is. I think we're overreacting. It's 12 games in. 12? I thought it was 11. Was it an 11? What was it? Oh no, Philly was 11, right? Oh crap, you're right, Matthew. 100% overreacting. Listen, I'm not nervous about the team. I need to see consistent play. I'm more upset that we're not seeing consistent play by the Rangers, and that's what success is. They need consistent play. You want to see Kaner? We'll see. We didn't lie down and die either. I'm so mad. Yeah, I mean, the third was a little, I don't know. They could have been a little bit better in the third. I wonder what Gallant actually says to them between periods. Maybe he needs to be harder on them. No, see, I don't think that's the case, Rawls. There's no way he's not hard. You see him in the press conferences, man. He's blunt when he's upset. He doesn't really give too much information. He keeps everything within that room. He definitely speaks up. 100%. I can't see him not doing that. Steven, bottom six hasn't been good. Yeah. Cockle will get one. Would love that. Laffy too. Yeah, would love to see that. Kraken have a winning record. They won tonight, so yeah, I would think so, right? They're definitely up there. One injury makes our team look awful. When healthy, we're elite. Yeah, I mean, listen, the Rangers were lucky, knock on wood, last year that they didn't really get bit by the injury bug too much, but this year so far it's kind of hit them a little bit. So, hopefully they can recover from that. I am concerned that there's only 11 games in and we still don't play like a team. I can see your concern there. You think the Rangers will be fine? I think they'll be fine. I do think they'll be fine. I need to see consistent play soon, though. Like, within the next couple, like, they have a game against Detroit on Sunday. They should be winning that game. They play against the Islanders. You kind of had no offense against them the first game. You need to have offense. They can easily win the next 2 games. They have to. Like, they just need to do that. They need to do that. Arturi Lehkonen would have been a good acquisition, sure. Kidline when Hito comes back. I hope he's okay by Sunday. He should be back by Sunday. We'll see what happens in practice. I think they have off tomorrow and then practice Saturday, then play Sunday, so we'll see. I would love to see some changes, though. I love that kid line. That kid line last year was incredible. I thought they were okay this year early, too. We'll see what happens. getting Heedle back will help. Hell yeah. And then Jared, I love the positive, Jared. Guys, remember to leave a like on the stream. I really would appreciate that. Definitely gotta go eat soon, but I'm actually having a lot of fun talking to you guys. It's funny, I have more fun talking to you guys when they lose because there's more to talk about when they lose instead of when they win. Yeah, so I don't know why. It's just it's fun. You think there's a chance for Kravtsov to come back? I hope so. He comes back soon. I hope. Matthew, 6-4-2 overall thoughts. You gotta start playing consistent 60 minutes. That was definitely a problem last year. Consistent scoring too needs to go up. I mean, they had 2 goals tonight, which is good but not great. You got to be better. You got to put more goals on the board. Consistent play, man. That's what I'm really looking for. When the power play is clicking consistently and the shorthand is clicking consistently, then you have success on that. Special teams is good. The 5-on-5 play, I don't want to bash the 5-on-5 play because it hasn't been awful, man. It's not like they've been so bad in their own end. They haven't been so bad in the offensive end. They're kind of in the middle right now. They're at a standstill where they're not retreating, which is good, but they haven't exploded yet either. So I'm waiting for them to push forward, and I'm praying to every single hockey god out there that they don't fall back. That's my really overall thought. That they're right in the middle. They're 6-4-2. They kind of have a middle record. They're 6-6 essentially without the regulation losses, without the overtime losses. So listen, that's what it is. That's what it is. If Kravy gets offered the AHL conditioning assignment and refuses it, the kid's got to go. He's made of wet paper towels. I don't think they got to do that. I think he'll just practice with the team and they'll put him in the lineup. I don't think he gets sent down for that. Make adjustments on the power play. I don't think the power play needs adjustments, honestly. I think they've been fine. They're a little predictable, I will admit, but I don't think player adjustments is needed. I think that whole first unit's fine. Just wanted to see some good Rangers hockey, yeah. 5-on-5 hasn't been clutch, but I understand what you're saying. Yeah, you know what I mean? Let's be honest. 5-on-5 offensively is much better than last year so far. I don't use advanced analytics too much, but in my 10 games video, I referred to how the expected goals for percentage or the expected goals for per game for the Rangers is way better than it was last year. They were like top 10 at the time I filmed that. That was on Monday. So listen, we'll see. Am I going to bring back NHL Be a Pro 23? No, because I don't have the new console. And if I were to even get a new NHL, it would have to be on the new console. You can't play on the old console. It's terrible. And I don't want to give EA any more of my money because NHL has been a joke of a video game for almost a decade now. And I understand it's a hockey game, and we all love hockey, but I'm starting to also realize at an age I'm not going to be spending my money on things that I legitimately don't want, or I will lose interest in immediately. And that's why I will not be buying NHL 23 or a new console. I don't play video games anymore. I play video games on my computer, but I don't play console games anymore. They're 7th in the league on the power play. They'll be fine. The power play's good. It all takes a 5-6 game winning streak changes that. Yeah, 100%, Matthew. But let's get to that. You know, I would love that. Boston is definitely a cup contender if they don't deal with too many injuries, and especially when they get McAvoy back. Their defense core looked fine without McAvoy. Imagine what it's gonna look like with Charlie McAvoy back. Power play needs to get Kreider more involved. Too hung up on Mika. 100% agree with you there. Listen. Should they change? Like I said, should they change up some strategy? Sure. I think the players on the unit are fine. I definitely think they need to change a little strategy. Bring up Ottman. The team needs a jolt. I would love for them to. I don't think they can because he's now an OHL player. Like he's part of the OHL Flint Firebird team. Like you can't just bring him up. They have to wait for the season to end. Who do the Rangers play next? Detroit on Sunday. At 5 o'clock at the Garden. Right? Yeah, Detroit Sunday. Detroit on Sunday. All right, I'm gonna go. I gotta go eat. I'm starving. I'm gonna make a little mac and cheese. How you doing? Please leave a like. I would love for you guys to leave a like. Thank you so much for the support. Reaction video is up. Go check it out. Leave that a like as well. Would love it. I'm gonna eat and make some TikToks. How you doing? I love you guys. Win or lose, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for the support. The Rangers unfortunately do lose 5-2 at the Garden on reverse retro night too. Oh, actually, I want to say something real quick, which I was thinking about in the middle of the night. in the middle of the night, middle of the game. They wore the reverse retro jerseys tonight. They're not even on sale. You can't even get them. It's a joke. Whatever. I think that's stupid. You're wearing jerseys I can't even wear in the stands. I think it's stupid. Whatever. I wish I had some fade-in music. Can I get some? I can't really do that, right? It is what it is. All right. Like I said, I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Wait. What happened? YouTuber. What happened? What was the? You are dumb. YouTube reviewer. I appreciate it. Who muted him? Jared, you're the man. All right, I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, leave a like. And I'll see you guys on. I'll see you guys Sunday. I don't think we'll do a recap tomorrow. I think I'm off until Sunday. Definitely need a few day break here. All right, yeah. Like I said, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.